The sign behind me says keep out. And whenever there's a sign, a warning that says keep out, don't you want to go in? Don't you want to break the rule? There's something inside of us, this impulse that says, I want to break that rule. I want to go in and find out what they're trying to keep me out of. This got me thinking about a statement the other day I read that said there are no justified resentments. My first reaction was like, really? No justified resentments? What about the person who I lent money to and they still haven't paid me back? What about that? Or what about those of you who have experienced rejection and humiliation in a relationship, and a person who walked out on you and they didn't give you a reason as to why, but they ghosted you and they ran off with somebody else? Really, no justified resentments? Here's the thing with resentment. Resentment is a tiny little seed at first, and it seems innocent, and it pulls up into your inner world and says, you know what, I'm just gonna hang out over here in the corner. But it never just lies there dormant, it turns into a monster. And then that monster actually leads you into despair. And what I've discovered in life is that when we don't pay attention to the signs that say keep out, and we actually go in because our curiosity is insatiable and we have to go in and break the rule, is we get locked into these chambers and the door shuts behind us. And now we're in a smaller chamber inside of who we are, and we're playing around with despair, and despair keeps us disconnected in relationships. And what God wants to do is invite us into inner healing and inner freedom. Because whatever isn't transformed in us ends up getting transmitted into other people's lives, and then we wreak havoc on the earth. And what we have is broken relationships and broken communication because we're so disconnected from ourselves and from others and from God because we're not paying attention to the seeds that get planted into the soil of our soul. My encouragement to you is to pay attention to those tiny little seeds that seem cute at first and justifiable. But remember, they never just lie there. Move towards healing, pay attention to the tiny seeds that are coming your way today. And instead of planting those seeds, invite love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control into the seedbed of your soul.